Yeah.
And as Denver kids head back to class, a lot of students will be planning that first day of school outfit.
Oh, I know. It's so important, and most kids have to comply with some kind of dress code. But that starts the debate over how strict should a dress code be. Denver 7 reporter and attorney Jessica Crawford joins us because a dress code can legally only go so far.
That is so true. But yes, I do wish that technology had come out, right? Just swipe and you have your outfit. Well, that's right. Schools that receive federal funding, like public schools, the dress code can't discriminate against certain students or censor student expression. So what does that look like? Well, I'm using an iconic back-to-school movie to help explain in today's Justice with Jessica.
Why don't I know you?
It's time to make a good first impression with the lunch crowd.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
Whether your kids are wearing pink, blue, or something fetch.
What is fetch? Oh, it's like slang.
Just a modest family.
I'm pretty lenient with what they wear, and as long as all the parts are covered.
Students going back to school have a lot to think about when it comes to dress code. According to the ACLU, schools have the right to establish dress codes, but schools that receive federal funding, like public schools, have to follow certain rules. First, dress codes can't be explicitly discriminatory.
School should be a place that students feel safe being who they are, and not a place where they feel singled out or shamed because of their gender, their race, their religion, or their culture.
For example, a public school can require formal clothing to be worn at a special event, but it can't force girls to only wear dresses or boys to only wear suits.
Schools can make reasonable dress codes that are gender neutral. So schools should go back and review their dress codes and make sure that they're not based on stereotypes about sex, about race, about ethnicity.
And while you're planning your back-to-school outfits with your friends.
Oh my God, I love your bracelet. Where did you get it?
Remember, if schools enforce a dress code more against some groups of students than others, that may be considered discrimination.
And schools should also train their officials who enforce the dress code on the applicable laws federally and state laws, and make sure that it's enforced evenly across all student populations and not just against certain groups of students like students of color or women, etc.
According to a 2022 report from the Government Accountability Office, school dress codes more frequently restrict items typically worn by girls, and rules about hair and head coverings can disproportionately impact Black students and those of certain religions and cultures. Also, schools that enforce strict dress codes enroll more Black or Hispanic students and are more likely to remove students from class, which can be detrimental to their development and learning. Students who do experience dress code discrimination do have options.
A parent can make that known to the school. A parent can also make that known to the school board.
A sub n equals n plus 1 over 4.
That way, your student can focus on the important things.
Yeah, you know, they at our school, I think they would even give you like an ugly orange thing to wear over
like
your clothes.
Yeah,
exactly. So
yes,
it can be distracting. Yeah.
You know, happened to me a few times because I would have like my practice shorts on sometimes, and you know, sometimes you just get sent out of class. Well, schools, they also can't discriminate based on the viewpoint expressed by your clothing. So all views have to be treated equally, just so long as the words on your shirt are not obscene or disruptive. And if the school doesn't conform with the law, a parent can get legal help from the ACLU or another civil rights group.
That's fascinating. Yeah. Thank you, Jessica.
Well, South by Southwest style event is on track to come to Colorado next summer. This sounds fun. You guys obviously from Texas. The Denver Business Journal reports that Boulder-based Outside Inc. and Visit Denver received $390,000 more to move forward with the process. They already had $50,000 back in May. Organizers hope this festival will incorporate everything from a conference and trade show to adventure sporting events and big ticket concerts, just like Austin's South by Southwest. They think it could bring in up to $105 million in tourism spending over the next 5 years.
Yeah, that was the big thing about outdoor retailer. It was only business to business. This would be a more consumer-facing
oriented. Yeah, cool.
event.